Hi, my name is Jennifer Cooper and welcome to JKC Mobile Notary's YouTube channel. Today, I want to talk to you about an AM routine for back to school. If you're seeing this video today, it's probably already happened. You're back to school for your kids, but there's never a bad time to revamp your morning routines when it comes to helping life in the mornings at home become much more manageable, especially for business owners, entrepreneurs, and anybody who's going to work sometime in the morning. So if you're ready, let's get to it. I'll see you there.
You belong here.
Hi, it's Jen, and I'm so glad that you're here today. And I'm really excited about this topic because I think anytime we get to talk about how to better our lives in our day, it's a great thing to talk about. So I have talked a lot about morning routines, and I will link some of those videos and those blog posts down below. But today I want to talk about how to revamp your morning routine and a little bit of your evening routine for back to school, for those of you that have kids that are going to school. So if you're into that, like I am, I'm glad you're here. Okay, so first things first, if you guys like this kind of stuff for business, entrepreneurship, I will be talking about some notary business and how to help make your lives a little bit easier and better and more productive, then I would really appreciate if you would like, subscribe, share, all those good things. And I post every Sunday, so I hope that you'll come back and see more. Okay, so how to revamp your morning routine for back to school. There's a lot of things you need to consider, right? It depends on the age of your kids. It depends on how many kids. It depends on the grades of your kids and all of those things. Your job, your career, your spouse or your partner, it's a big ball of everybody's schedules are now going to come into this conflicting circle of our lives. And there is a way to manage it so that especially the mornings are just a little less chaotic. So, this blog post in August, so closer to back to school. So if you haven't seen that and you're just seeing this now and school's already in session, it's not a bad time to really revamp and start this. So I encourage you to keep watching if that's going to be helpful to you. And then we will just kind of go through the steps on how to best manage that. The article I used as a reference to my blog post was from verywellfamily.com, written by Lori and Miles Burnell, how to create a successful morning routine for school. And her tips are fantastic. So we're just going to kind of go through them. Having a morning routine as an entrepreneur, as an adult, as a person, having one is important. And I've stressed that before in past videos. I think it really gives you an opportunity to take care of you and the you stuff that you need to take care of or that should be taken care of before we are on board to take care of everybody else, which as adults, as women, as moms, as parents, as fathers, at some point during the morning, it becomes not about us and about everybody else. And that's okay, and that's just how life is. But you still need to be able to take care of yourself. And so there's a lot of things for your morning routine we're not really talking about here. We're talking about how to do a morning routine for your household. So don't negate or neglect the things you need to do for yourself, getting up a little bit earlier, taking care of your body, taking care of your health, that kind of stuff. So, but for hers, she has a couple steps to get into this. Now, I'm going to tell you, I am a mom of a 16-year-old son who'll be 17 in September. And he's 17 this month. So you're seeing this in September. He'll be 17 later on this month. His morning routine is pretty set in stone, right? So it's not that complicated. But for those of you that have younger children, this is going to be crucial to helping your mornings just not be so chaotic. Okay, so her first step is the same as mine. Wake up early. Like your morning routine, your back to school routine should do the same. Every family is going to do this a little differently, but if you can get yourself out of bed before your kids and give yourself some time to do your things, it's going to set your day up for success, period. It might be just taking a shower and getting ready for the day before your kids get up. Something organized and planned will help mornings go smoothly, and then you decide how early you need the kids to get up. Set that schedule and stick with it. Also, don't forget that when they go to bed, when they go to bed will make a difference in how early and how easy it will be to wake them up. So there's that. I love this one. And I do this, again, kids in school, kids not in school. Having some version of a night routine also helps your morning routine. So get it done the night before. And I think this should be the first tip, right? Because prepping what you can the night before with the kids can make your mornings just way less stressful. She talks about involving your kids in this. So encourage your kids, depending on their age, to make sure their lunches are packed, backpacks are packed, clothes are laid out. Those things are done before they go to bed. It's going to help them be more self-sufficient in the morning, which allows your hands off a little bit of those specific tasks that are going to come up in the morning, right? Learn to delegate is another one for tip. If you have super young kids, this isn't going to work. But if you have older children, grade school level, junior high, high school, this absolutely will work. Having kids feed dogs, or put away the dishes from the night before, or put the dishes in the dishwasher that morning, or just helping out in the chores in the house that they can do, especially in the mornings. It's going to help you. It's a great thing to do, and they need to learn how to do these things. So take the opportunity to teach them, encourage them, and give them the responsibility and the ability to help be a supportive part of this team. So don't sweat breakfast. Okay, I like this tip, but don't think I'm saying don't have breakfast. What this tip is about is don't worry about doing, a 4-course, 5-course meal. She's suggesting things like cereal, hard-boiled eggs, fruit, yogurt, granola, ready to go. In my blog post and in this description, I'll link an excellent resource for easy to make ahead breakfasts to make school days and mornings easier. Have a checklist is her next step. Having a checklist is helpful for kids. It's something they can cross out or check off every morning to ensure smooth sailing. And her list has these things on it. I'm just going to list them for you. It's brush hair and teeth, get dressed, eat breakfast, put on shoes, grab lunch and devices, double check backpack, use bathroom, shut off lights. Eventually this will become routine, right? But in the beginning of doing a new morning routine like this, having a checklist that they can check off, or a whiteboard that they can check off as they do their things, so that when we're standing at the door and getting ready to get in the car, did you do the following? You don't have to rely on their honesty. Go back and check their checklist and just walk through and check and make sure that they did it. They're not going to be perfect their first time out, but eventually they'll get the hang of it. My son is 16. I still have to remind him to feed the dogs. So it's just, there's things that are going to be a thing that, that are going to be always going to be there. So give kids an incentive. Yeah, I don't know about your kids, but as my son has gotten older, it's way, way harder to get him out of bed. If he knows that he's going to have time to get on his video games early after his morning stuff is done, he'll pop right up. So use what your kids love as a little treat for getting up and getting started. I don't know what that is for your family. It's going to be something different for everybody. And sometimes for my son, it's being able to stay in bed. Or go back to bed. He is a teenager after, of course. So, sleep is precious to him. So those are just a couple things that can help get your morning routine, back to school morning routine, a little bit less chaotic. A couple things that I do, and we do school or not, is my son gets up early in the morning with my husband and they work out every day except for Saturdays and Sundays. And that's a thing during summer. During school, it doesn't matter. He gets up and he works out. So that helps our household a little bit. We all have kind of shared switching off times. I get up earlier than the boys so I can do my workout and my meditation and all of the stuff I do in the mornings to get my day going. Then the boys come in, and while they're working out, I'm getting ready for the day. And then when they're done working out, I make breakfast. And then when breakfast is done, you see kind of how we kind of do our thing. And that helps because he's older. But whatever your morning routine is going to look like for back to school, it's going to look like what works for you. These are just some suggestions. You absolutely don't have to stick to this. Find what works for you and for your family for you and for your kids and at the age that they're at. But it's going to help your work day go better when you aren't frazzled and crazy from the craziness of a morning. And trust me, I remember those mornings of running out the door like, you know, maybe you forgot a shoe on your feet, you know, so it can happen. Having some kind of systems like this for yourself and for your family will really help minimize the chaos. Not eliminate it, help minimize it. I hope that you found this helpful. I know it's not a super long video, but again, there's tons of resources I've listed down below in the description. And I would love to hear from you on this, what works for you, what doesn't. And until we see each other again next week, have a great day. Enjoy your week, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.